Okay, hello, testing. One, two, three, four. Okay. It's so weird. Like, after restarting multiple times, only then does it actually, like, clear up. It's so dumb. Like, why does it have to be this way? One, two, three, four. Okay, we are good to go. Holy shit. Fuck me. Decisive. Finally, we get to chill and just hang out. How was your day? It's Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday, I think. Yeah, it's Monday. Holy shit, I'm losing track of my days. Dude, yeah, Mondays are pretty tough. How are you? My objectives are to collect whatever that is, and then bring forth the precious whatever. No, I have to listening to music and playing Toho 6. That's awesome. That is awesome. Doing as well as someone can in a Monday. Fair enough, man. I have to try and maneuver around because I can't climb there. Why is it so disgusting and dark? Like, yeah. Way too good. Very weird. So earlier today I was trying to decompile a movie game that I used to play a long time ago. How was that? I regret this. Just a woo. game is slightly louder. Okay, let me lower the audio. I lowered it to I lowered it from like -9 to -12, so hopefully it'll be better. I did manage to get the textures and models, but it seems as though they have something in place that immediately corrupts the code, so I can't get the source code. Therefore, we can't mod the game. Damn, that's rough. I'm sorry, man. I mean, it's good that you're like playing around with it because it's a good learning experience. Honestly, man, like from how you're talking about this stuff, it sounds like in my honest opinion, it sounds like you should go into game design, coding, stuff like that. Alright, it sounds nice. Good. Thank you, Decisive. Man, like, I don't know what it is, but I wake up so tired these days, and I don't know if it's just me growing older, and like, but here's the thing, it doesn't make any sense because I feel like I've been this tired ever since I was like, okay, if I'm not exaggerating, ever since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I want to have done nothing but sleep because I've just been so tired ever since then. Besides all the miscellaneous like shenanigans that transpired growing up, besides all of that, I feel as though I've just been nothing but tired ever since I was like 7 or 8. And I'm just like, bro, like come on. I'm like, in retrospect, I'm like, I'm way too young to like be this tired and like have to deal with those shenanigans, you know? Oh, dude, I suck at coding. Maybe I'm just too ambitious, but I can't finish projects at all, man. I get what you mean, but it takes a lot. Okay, if you stink at coding, like, I guess the question that becomes, like, I guess rhetorically for yourself, like, why do you find it within yourself that you think that you stink at coding? If you truly do stink at coding, you chisel away at, like, coding. Is coding even, like, something that you want to get better at? Stuff like that. And it doesn't even have to be coding, by the way. It could be, like, anything related to, like, I'm guessing, like, something along the realm of, like, game design. Like, something that is in relation to, like, the textures, models, stuff like that, that isn't purely just code. Every game mechanic I think of doing, it takes a month to make, and by the end of it, it's messier than when it started. I've always wanted to program ever since I was very little. I recently did a bunch of progress with that, but it seems to have hit a wall. It takes practice, man. Like, just telling you from experience of like having gone through proper education in the realm of like computer programming and information systems, the umbrella of like a specific iteration of computer science. A lot of people deal with the same problem that like you're encountering. A lot of it needs research, a lot of it needs experimentation, a lot of it needs practice and different perspectives. So like I get what you mean. And it's respectable. It's just like it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of different research-oriented approaches to facilitate like breakthroughs. Essentially, it just takes practice, man. Like you don't have to always go through like very difficult and arduous projects to learn something. It's better to start like piece by piece by piece and then compile all those different pieces of, like thematically or conceptually what you learned for the bigger projects that you want to embark on, if that makes sense. Like honestly, if none of it's supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be difficult for anyone who does receive it well, like is receptive to it. They are disgusting monsters who are geniuses.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile weapons restrictions. Beginning scan. Scanning bridge weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo. Delivering cargo.
Oh shit! You sent bridges? For real? Oh fuck me. What am I gonna do with all this? Good problem to have, but still. The network's been working out pretty good for me, so... Okay, let's do it. Sign me up for the UCA. Or whatever.
Nice.
So this is it, huh? Don't really feel any different. I guess I'm part of something bigger now. Well, I should get back to searching for some new shit to listen to. Always something good out there. Hey, Sam. You the musical type? Got a harmonica here with your name on it. The traveling man's instrument. You can play it any way you like. Go on, take it. Let your soul sing.
Harmonica.
Seriously though, it's an honor. Sam Bridges. Damn.
Good work. New order available. Keeping on. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Huh. It looks like he has to rest. Let's see what's happening.
Keep on keeping on.
In the meantime...
Keep on keeping on. Safe travels. Keep on keeping on.
Just posting
Safe travels.
social media bullshit.
Keep on keeping on. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Just a little longer.
Keep on keeping on.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
Okay. Let
Have a
us...
pleasant journey.
Here we go.
Keep on keeping.
Do you need anything? I am not delivering that
Deploying
myself.
autonomous delivery bot.
I'll come back later.
Keep keep on keeping on. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Huh. Freaking scary. Oh, so the monster automatically refills because of the water I'm in. I keep on forgetting that. Why do we not have the self-filtering monster canteen IRL yet? Is this director's cut? No. I'm not gonna get director's cut. I don't think I'll get it until like I decide to invest into PS5. As much as I want to, like, believe it or not, Mills, I love this game so much that I'm willing to actually buy a PS5 just for a director's cut. Yeah, it's only PS5 until further notice. But what I predict is that it's gonna come out on Steam first before it gets released onto other platforms, obviously, such as PS4. Yeah, I know. It feels bad, dude. It's such a feels bad situation. Hold on. Let me... I'm gonna VIP you. Moderation. Is it moderation or is it channel? No, it's definitely moderation. I'm pretty... No, is it? God, I don't... I never get involved with this too much. Is it community? Roles manager. There we go. Yeah. Add new K-Mills. VIP. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah. I'm more excited for stealth levels, to be honest. Yeah, I'm excited for everything. If I'm being quite honest, I want to see everything. The combat, the stealth, everything. But the improved combat sounds hot. Yeah. Is this your first playthrough? No. I don't know if you remember, but Mills, back in 2019, when I was big on, I'm pretty sure it was Dragon Quest Builders 2. I tried to play Death Stranding on stream, but I was like, maybe I'll just play it somewhere else where I don't really want to be disturbed by the public. I hope the war segments are improved in Director's Cut. Yeah. What were your opinion? Because I remember we talked about how when back in 2019, I remember specifically you were talking about how you were going up a mountain. I think it was snow, and there was it wasn't an avalanche, but there were snow boulders falling down. I remember specifically we were having that conversation on stream when I was trying to stream it on Twitch. But aside that, we haven't last talked about this whole field of, this whole field of topics. So, what exactly do you want to see from the war segments being improved? Like, what exactly is your vision of improvement, is what I'm getting at. The whole game, being same postman skills? Yeah. Here's the active war zone, have fun. Yeah. So, like, what exactly do you see as a set of improvements, for lack of better words? No, this path is a little too aggressive. The topography, I couldn't read it that well, so I will go towards here, and then I'll go for a little more, less of a steep approach. The game should make you do a live fire course so you're not completely on your ass for those segments. That's completely fair. Yeah. It was so weird because, like, when it tossed us into the trenches of the first war zone, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed having tossed into the madness. But that's me, because I dive into madness and I try to figure out what's going on, and then I adapt to whatever sort of situation that is completely just lunacy. That's me. But I know for the public, it's not good, because they panic, and they'll kind of, like, for the lack of better words, a lot of the people who will play this game, they're not expecting a war zone. They're expecting a walking simulator that just so happens to have Metal Gear Solid elements to it. At least that's what I understand from the general complaints or general criticisms of the public towards this game, especially stemming from, like, 2019, very early, when this game first came out. When the game started to transition into the more combative phases, such as we were talking about, the war zones, and the the very topical appliances of what led up to the war zones, it's very strange for a lot of people because it's just like, why is this happening? Like, they don't, unless they're very much paying attention to the story, which it is what it is in terms of what people's objectives are when going through this game. If they're not paying attention, it's kind of like completely out of nowhere. And arguably, even if they're paying attention to the story, it's still kind of out of nowhere, because this game literally just brings its viewers and users throughout the entirety of its narrative, not spoon feeding, just dripping story little by little by little. And it isn't until the end where it's just like, oh, okay, I get it, all of this makes sense. At least that's just my opinion. You can completely avoid combat until then. That's true, very true. I'm a shooter gamer, so I was fine with it. Yeah, exactly. But people who buy this game for a walking sim didn't have fun. Yeah. Plus, the game literally discourages killing, so it's averting your expectations entirely. Yeah, I completely get where you're coming from. And it's true, completely true. Ironically, I'm not a shooter gamer. For me, how do I say this? The type of games that I play and enjoy a lot, before like the iteration of like Dragon Quest Builders 2, I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts, I played a lot of Super Mario RPG, I played a lot of Japanese JRPGs. I played a lot of that. So like a lot of like long-winded, tactical, turn-based, even tactile movements. So going into Dragon Quest Builders 2, or even Dragon Quest Builders to begin with, was a very odd transition for me. Dragon Quest Builders 2 was nice, and then going into this game, Death Stranding, was one of the biggest paradigm shifts of my entire gaming, like, quote-unquote career. Because it's not really a career for me, it's really just a hobby. And so when it happened that, like, I made that big paradigm shift, it was just like, whoa, why do I like this game this much? For me, I'll be honest, I like combat a lot. Like, I like the dynamic combat, I like action RPGs a lot, and for me, the higher the difficulty, and the more elements of, like, necessitation of working around combat as opposed to being dictated by it, basically being as creative as possible to maneuver around the game, through the game, I think it is one of the most fun things to do in Death Stranding. It doesn't demand you to fight. It doesn't demand you to do anything other than just keep moving forward, keep walking, right? It doesn't do anything except that. It can request for you to avoid BT fields, like such as what I did before. I didn't have to fight any of the BTs in their form of, like, haunting the grounds. I'm trying to avoid fighting until I'm properly equipped with upgraded structures or upgraded blueprints. I'm trying very hard to avoid as much fights as possible because I know that I'm literally just wasting resources, other than to gain resources such as chiral crystals. Like, I love this game. I want to fight, and I want like, the only thing I'm doing when I'm fighting early in this game, because I don't think I reached chapter 4 yet, what I'm trying to do is facilitate pillaging and resource management from mule camps, as well as pillaging and resource management from BT fields or Timefall. So, like, I'm probably one of the worst people to talk to regarding this game, because I'm gonna defend it no matter what. But which isn't to say that, like, I can't criticize it. There's a lot of things to criticize, to be very honest. There's a lot of things to criticize. Like, the first 4 chapters of this game is very difficult to get through for a majority of people, mostly because they're literally forced to, well, not forced to, but that's an exaggeration, but to the mass public, they're kind of forced to walk through all of the ordeals that Sam has to go through as the protagonist. And because a lot of people don't really want to facilitate farming, facilitate pillaging, and facilitate a lot of things that are outside of the storyline, they don't have the patience, or maybe they never did have the patience to just go through side stuff and enjoy the game for more than what it has to offer other than just the main story. I think that it's because maybe it's because I just have a lot of patience, I don't know. And maybe it's because I just have a lot of love for this game, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of many different variables that would lead to enjoying this game as much as possible, because I have nothing but, I guess, love. Nothing but love for everything that this game has to offer. Being able to walk through my struggles in the form of a video game, which is parallel to what I do in my life, just walk through all of my struggles, having to adapt to every situation, regardless of the terrains that I have to go through, regardless of how many difficult situations that I have to keep moving forward in, regardless of what, like, tools, like, that I have to utilize. Like, for me, this is just me just bantering, I guess. Like, this game is, like, one of the best games that I've ever played in my entire life, because it reminds me that this is what I have to do, thematically speaking. I have to keep pushing forward, I have to keep moving forward, and I have to keep walking forward, regardless of whatever it takes for me to change anything, I guess. I love this game so much. For me, it's very therapeutic, and the story just adds so much to my experience of enjoying it. For me, when I played this game the first time, I felt like someone actually saw me. Someone actually understood me, and someone actually understood, like, holy fuck, this is what the fuck I've been struggling with my entire life. And, like, it's so hard to explain that to people. It's so hard to explain that to people. Because it's kind of just like, especially if they're looking at it from a perspective of, like, this is just a fucking walking sim. It's just like, man, like, I can't even properly love and express my love this game to those people, because it's just another game that is, for the lack of better words, if I'm even using it correctly, the term relegated to something that is just a stereotype. I want to equip that. I want to equip that power skeleton. Such a dick move. Stuff like that, like, I don't know. I know that, like, my perspective on this is kind of, like, steering towards, obviously, a very accepting and positive, I guess, almost like an indiscriminate bias towards this game. But, like, I know there's a lot to criticize. There is a lot to criticize. It's just, I see the good in it, and the bad is obviously bad. Not in the sense like no shit, Sherlock, but
Thank you for your continued support.
like the sluggish portions of this game, people can really feel. Even the people who love this game, namely myself, I can really feel the sluggish portions of this game before Chapter 4. It's so tough. So what I would have to do, I'll have to go straight through. I'll take it. No, I am such a fucking idiot.
Thank
no,
you for
I
your
sent
contribution.
it through the bot. Can I cancel it? Oh my god, dude, I am such a fucking idiot. It's over. It is fucking over. Oh my god, dude.
Thank you for your continued support.
But yeah, just to dial down from earlier, I don't think that, as far as I know, Director's Cut is going to be strictly PS5 until further notice, and even if they plan on releasing it on the PS4, I don't think it will be until they release it to Steam. I just think it's a very big push on Sony's part to push people into buying the new generation of PS5, the new iteration of the PS5, which is going to be released I don't know when. I'm just like, ugh, man. So sad. And apparently it's going to be like a less powerful version of the first iteration of PS5, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like, this is your answer to the scalpers? Like, ugh. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. What I do want to talk about, it's gonna sound more like complaining, to be honest. What I do want to talk about, I kind of just want to lightly touch upon. The whole topic about PlayStation's shenanigans as of late has been very frustrating over the past, like, who knows how long. Since, like, some point in PS4 where, like, exclusivity, which is understandable, by the way, exclusivity, cross-saving, cross-platform, cross-play, it's just like, man, Sony, you're kind of just missing out on so much of a chance to gain more money because, like, you're just trying to push people into your network as opposed to giving people the choice to join your network, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think Sony understands that when people have the choice, given the choice to do something, they're more likely to partake in that available choice as opposed to being forced into that choice. And it is so dumb. It is so dumb, these people whoever is part of their marketing team or finance team, like, the fact that, like, they make these awfully dumb critical decisions. It's just like, man, you are just missing out and pissing out all this money. I don't know. I digress.
Hey there, partner.
Well, can't complain about the condition.
just rest. 'Cause
Your work is
I,
greatly appreciated, sir.
oh, and I guess extra information. Director's cut isn't coming out until like 11 or 12 days from now, so it's still pretty early. Okay, so I guess he's pretty happy about joining. Okay. Interviews. Nice. Oxytocin. From Victor. 2.5 years ago. Port Knot City. Back before the Stranding. People didn't rely on smart drugs like oxytocin so much. Probably because they weren't so damn isolated. Me and my brother Igor. We got separated from our folks after the first void out. Shit was crazy. I was just a kid, but he was even younger. Too young to have to go through all that. Spending night after night holed up in those ruins. It was rough, but we had each other. Held each other close to stay warm, and it made things better. Docs would tell you that's oxy doing its thing. The hormone the body releases when we touch each other. It's why mothers form bonds with their kids when they hold them and other stuff like that. But with the comms networks not what they were, it's more dangerous than ever to go outside, and even when you got other people around, they don't seem too keen to make physical contact. A collective aversion due to an ingrained fear of BTs and void outs, or so I've been told. Add it all up and you got yourself people that's isolated, scattered, stressed out, and insecure. So, we've got no choice but to supplement our oxy levels, fill the void left by physical affection with chemical TLC. Pretty fucked up, am I right? I know we used to go to war over race and religion and all that back in the day, but that had to be better than living in this. I don't know about that. That's definitely not what it's like these days, still going to war over that bullshit. Grade. How is it going? How are you doing today? Okay, so no more interviews. Since I'm already here, let me test out the audio. Let me see if things are still okay. Going good, just got dinner done. Nice, what are you having for dinner? That sounds very exciting. Barbecue pork sandwich. Oh my god, that sounds so good. One, two, three, four. Perfect. Alright, cool. As for audio, you're a little bit quiet. Not too bad though. Yeah, what's happening is that I have to make sure that because I run a blue snowball that I've been trying to upgrade for a while now. It's probably gonna be the blue Yeti X that I'm gonna upgrade to. It's just I have to make sure I'm planning all my purchases, and the problem with me is that like I'm literally planning up to like $1,000 worth of purchases. This includes a new system to stream from, another system to accommodate that system, and I'm getting a new yeah, I'm upgrading my capture card from Elgato HD60S to the S Plus, and then I'm going to be upgrading to a Yeti X. So it's at least going to be like $1,000 saved up. If I'm being honest, I expect to be spending like $3,000 on like a new setup. And I'm just waiting to make sure that I'm properly researching everything. Like my setup kind of blows right now. If I'm a little too far from the microphone, then like it exponentially drops in audio intake. So I'm literally like mouth to microphone. It sucks. It really sucks, like my whole setup. But it's because I just haven't been properly logging all of the information that I need in order to make the proper moves going forward. Like I'm streaming from like a 2015 device. My PS4 is OG. You can't add a gain filter to the mic device. I could try to do that. I've been trying to like mess around with so much stuff, but I'm also very limited in what I could do because I'm streaming from a device that is iOS, Apple. They have so many limitations on like what a person can do. Also, in game, you're in Memphis where I am. I'm kind of scared of what Memphis looks like in this game. Yeah, let's check it out. Is it OBS or some Apple thing? It's neither. It is actually Elgato's native program, and is one of the worst things I've ever used. It's been haunting me for eons. Yeah, I know, Mills. I know, it's terrible. It's the worst thing ever. You know, I'll tell you exactly what I've been struggling with for ages. I've been struggling with desync issues. The reason why I have to check my desync, or rather check the sync in stream on an hourly basis, is because sometimes just randomly it might be the software, it might be the hardware, it might be data comms, it might be anything, but desync gets facilitated. It gradually slips out of sync. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the hardware, the capture card. I don't know if it's the data comms being affected by the hardware, such as the USB-C. I don't know. I just don't know. That's a sample rate issue. Oh my god, dude. I've been trying so hard to figure out what is going on. Likely your capture device? Yeah, I need to upgrade. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's so sad. I could try to help you get OBS set up sometime on iOS. Thank you. I will tell you my experience thus far. I've been trying so hard. Oh, he's pointing to BB. I've been trying so hard to set it up for the longest time. I've been trying since like what, 2007. Whenever OBS did come out, that was available for iOS, and this was before they apparently made some change where it became a little more suitable to use on iOS. Even after that, I've been struggling to get it working. I don't know what I'm doing incorrectly, and apparently, based on what I've been talking with who I am talking about, that I know has a far greater streaming experience than I do, she is telling me that I should try and download like an Elgato driver to help facilitate the capturing of the window or something like that, if I'm understanding correctly, which I don't think I am. But when I tried to look for an Elgato driver to download so that I can capture Elgato program via OBS or Streamlabs or whatever program I can try to use, it doesn't give me the Elgato driver available for iOS. It's mostly just Windows. And I'm just like, why? Like why? It's a little frustrating because I've been trying for... it's 2021. I feel like I've been trying for like 6 years. And every time I just fail. Every single time. This was before Freddy Lucius came forth. Just stuff like that. But I know that, like, things will get so much better once I save up like 3,000, 4,000 US dollars, and then from there swiftly invest into all of my improvements. Gotta run to Walmart, be back in a few. For sure, see you in a bit. Safe travels, man. Great, thank you for the follow. Okay, so let me save, and then I will continue on with the shenanigans. Speaking of Walmart, I love shopping at Walmart because they have the best, one of the most cost-efficient, and honestly pretty good quality like sweaters. Because I get a lot of like athletic sweaters there, and they have a great amount of athletic wear. It's nuts. Like, and they sell it for like less than 20 bucks a pop. If I'm lucky, like 12 to 15 bucks because of sales. I'm like, bro, this is nutty.
That's it, Lisa. Don't be shy. Just like we used to. Come on. Keep up. Sorry. Did I wake you up? Today's Mommy's birthday. It's also the anniversary of when we first met.
Dude, yeah, there are so many heavy-hitting names and actors in this game. It's so nutty. Yeah, Walmart and Ross are my favorite places for athletic wear. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. It makes me feel like it makes me feel good about not having to look into like Under Armour. I only look into Under Armour or like other athletic like major brands like Nike and whatnot only for their no pun intended, their Under Armour. Like they're sleeveless, and that's about it really. I don't look at them any more than that. Like, I have other stuff from Walmart that's like quick dry, and they last a very long time. It's actually pretty dope. Okay, I have nothing else to take on from here. And what is my inventory looking like? I have my rope and my rope weapon, my blood bag. I have extra there. I need to change, put on, and then I have to recycle that. Yeah, I'll be departing from the place pretty quickly. You'll get to see the surroundings very much so, and you'll see like the terrain of like what has happened to the area of Memphis in this game. It is very interesting with how they decide to facilitate the setting of every particular area that they decide to touch and represent. I think it's interesting. It's, in my honest opinion, unrecognizable.
Thank you for your continued support.
Fabricate. Repair spray I am good on. The PCC I'm pretty sure I'm good on. Let me just get one more blood bag. And just take from the locker. I have one, so an extra. The bola's good. Hematic I need to get more of. 2. Why do I have 8? Well, now you get an actual Memphian to comment on it. Hell yeah. Let's see. Let's see if you like what you see or get scared. Alright.
Thank you for your contribution.
Now, what are my orders? Go to capital, not city. Head northeast and north. And that is getting delivered in I don't know how long. I have to rush. How's your day, Grade?
Begins. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on.
Good, just chilling for now. Nice, nice. I'm just examining the terrain so that you have an idea of what's going on over here specifically since I'm at a port. Alright, that's already weird. Is the Mississippi River dried up or something? A lot is dried up. Like, this whole area got destroyed. Everything around here got destroyed. So, I don't know if you want, like, a little tidbit of catching up. If you do, I can. If you don't, it's cool. Yeah, that looks like the bluff after a major geological upheaval. That's exactly what happened. Generally speaking, that is exactly what happened. Now I plan to play this sometimes. But so yeah. So like you'll get to figure out what's happening. This game is so it's being able to piece everything together, being able to like pay attention to the story, and being able to like see exactly what Kojima had on mind in terms of his vision. Oh man, it's like it's amazing. But yeah, over here, like you get to see minus all the oh my god, the freaking data is just all the symbolic data is disgusting to look at, but you get to see just a lot of what has happened just by looking at the topography of the map. Alright, so the fault under Memphis finally blew. Got it. Yeah. I'm just charting out my course. They've been trying to get it to do something for years with tons of dynamite, so, well, oops. Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough. What exactly are the concerns? Obviously there is a big concern with what is the current problem, but has there been any observation of like what is the I guess the best way I could describe this in terms of my curiosity, what is the current concern regarding the future in relative to the circumstances of that fault? Like, what are they fearing? And if it has been affecting that area. busting open the under this, which supplies the whole area with fresh, really good water. Oh, so it's resources. We almost had some assholes put. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fucking terrible. What exactly facilitated their halting? A huge strike? Good. Good. Dude, honestly, the people who fucking they're so delusional. Like, just a little bit of, like, just... How do I describe this? Like, I don't know if you're aware of, like, the 5 mass extinctions of, like, Earth. But, like, people don't understand that, like, our Earth, like, has gone through various undulations, various extinction phases, various, like, periods of pain where, like, life was nothing but lost. And people think that, like, a lot of the current concerns over, regardless of wherever we're looking, regardless of whatever people's agendas are for stating what they're doing, or, like, why they're doing which, what, and whatever else, they don't understand that, like, all this stupid shit that they're doing for the sake of getting more money and facilitating certain manufactured goods and fueling certain manufactured goods, they're just gonna completely fuck over the Earth. I'm like, come on. Oh, I know, I even have a favorite prehistoric fish, the Dunkleostes. I can't even pronounce a lot of these names correctly. Dunkleostes. The Pokemon Sword and Shield pissed me off. Oh man. What exactly about Sword and Shield pissed you off? I know that a lot of people didn't receive it well though. Like, it's nothing that, like, new in terms of, like, your commentary. I just want to know exactly. It's a 90-foot long bony fish monster. Oh snap, that's sick. I actually found out about the 5 mass extinctions through this game, believe it or not. They had a Dunkleostes Pokemon that they mixed with other stupid fossils to make something. Oh man, that's sad. When I found out about the 5 mass extinctions through this game, I was like, oh my god. Like, I wouldn't have found out if it hadn't been for this game. There's so much in this game that has taught me so much. Pokemon Sword and Shield was so fun though. I can't say anything because I haven't played a Pokemon game in a hot minute. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing, like, what you guys think of the Pokemon game particularly, because I can only learn through other people's lenses in this particular topic. Except if you want to get literally Pokemon #1. And I like making dinosaur teams, so I wanted my favorite fish. Gotcha. Fair enough. I'm being sarcastic. Oh man. It is fun, yeah, but I like my monster fish. You had to buy DLC and yeah. So, like, my bad. I couldn't smell the sarcasm because, like, I'm trying to give everyone here the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't want to talk poorly about, like, games if, like, if there's a chance that someone actually liked it, you know? You have to buy the DLC and progress hours to get a Bulbasaur, the first Pokemon ever. It's sad. I heard about all the shenanigans, but I just don't know if, like, someone actually loves the latest iteration of Pokemon, so I don't want to, like, debilitate that standing. What are your, both of you, what are your respective, how do I say this? What are your levels of enjoyment, if any, or levels of satisfaction with the latest and, I guess, most recent development of their Pokemon designs? People have been I've been hearing that apparently the designs have been getting less innovative ever since, like, Generation 5, I think? Generation 5 or 4? 5, I think, was the most commonly complained about as far as whenever I talk about Pokemon with people. The first trailer for the game gave off a horrible stench of four omens to come. Oh man. They were like, wow, look cooking, character clothing. Not a lot of wow, look Pokemon. That's sad. The designs themselves are horrible. Half of them look so discordant from everything else. Oh, yeah, it has been good feeling a bit going downhill. Oh man, that's so sad. Like for me, the reason why I like observing Pokemon from a distance is because of like all of the various designs that, like, how do I say this? All of the various designs that they can come up with. Like, it's nothing but, in my honest opinion, it's nothing but a field, many vectors of creative visions and innovations. Like, aside the creative abilities that they can come up with. 'Cause I don't know. The designs for me is what makes Pokemon worth observing. Now that Nintendo has killed the 3DS, all the 3DS studios are being forced to adapt to the Switch variant. Yeah, that's sad. Resulting in a bunch of dumpy games. Yeah. It sucks that, like, I think it's also worth talking about this a little bit because, how do I say this? When it comes down to the idea of games that get lost to the passage of time and through the shenanigans of corporate practices, this kind of forces open the not cataclysmic, but the historic utility and methodology of preservation through I think modding, as well as, God, what is it called? Emulation? The last time I played an emulator was like Game Boy Advance. Resulting in I mean, they had years to make the jump, but they waited until they had no choice. Yeah. Games on the Switch can look good and run great. Look at Ultra Age, Monster Hunter Rise. Even Breath of the Wild ran fine, except for a few places where developers just do not care. Yeah, it's sad because, like, this is on the, to give credence to what you're saying relative to, like, developers that don't want to change. I think that's the most frustrating part, when they don't want to change. Like, in order for innovation to transpire properly, change has to be facilitated to begin with. Innovation is change. They don't want to make the effort to make games optimized and still attractive. Yeah, it's so dumb. The whole min-max effort and cost efficiency approach is so dumb. Like, what is your purpose in getting into game development and game design and all this nonsense if you don't want to put in time to be innovative? Like these people are gonna fall into business. There has been a precedent set on the Switch by those games, and the games that run or look like doo-doo have zero excuse. Yeah, it's sad. It is really sad. For me, my frustrations with the Switch has been growing ever since, God, I don't know when. But the best summary I can give towards my insight on Switch right now is that I have literally bought Hades on the Switch. I invested 230 hours in 2 weeks on the Switch, and I took a month break because I was getting frustrated with all the losses in, like, Heat 20 to 24 runs. Just frustrated because I was like, okay, what am I doing incorrectly? And so after that, I took a month break, and I had been steady but slowly getting from 230 hours up to about what would be 390, maybe 400 hours now, as of last month. So February of this year to last month, a total of 400 hours, give or take, 230 hours 2 weeks after the initial purchase in February. I love Hades. Great game. But after getting into like heats 28 to 32 and above, it's just like, wow, this game fucking blows. This game, like, it's getting destroyed. Like, the Switch can't handle shit. And that's just the performance issue, right? The problem of, and I only heard, I haven't researched it. I heard apparently that the Joy-Con drift had got solved, but like, why did it take like, when did this release? 2017? Why did it take like on upwards of 3 to 4 years for the Joy-Con drift to get quote unquote solved? Why? Doesn't make any sense to me. And additionally, going back to Hades, I triple dipped in that game. I got it for Steam because I would just want to hold it in my library so that whenever I upgrade to, when I get around to a PC or like whatever system I want to use that's not iOS, get there and then play it there. But I triple dip into PS4 because the PS4, when it finally came out for PlayStation and Xbox, I was like, yo, I gotta do it. I want things to look better and I want things to perform better. Like, you can't even say, well, it's a Switch because of Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, it holds 60 and looks next gen. Exactly. After like Heat 15-ish, Hades becomes 100% on the drop RNG. Oh, dude, yeah, because Nintendo was terrified of acknowledging. Yeah, and I was just like, bro, like, it's so dumb because Nintendo's literally tossing money into like they're literally just pissing their money away. Like, they could be making so much more, but they're just like, nah. Just come back to our, like, just come back to our nostalgia. Come back to us. Just, you know, it'll be okay. Just look at Mario, look at Donkey Kong, look at all our, just look at all of this nostalgia. Come back to us because we will remind you of the past. And you can also bring your past to your future because your children will also enjoy Nintendo. Like, it's so messed up. They literally have, like, their corporate formula is nothing but nostalgia, in my honest opinion. Innovation through nostalgia. It's kind of, oh god, I don't like saying it this way, but it's kind of predatory. It's kind of fucked. Not even kind of, it is. Yeah.
Begin scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Well. Sam Porter Bridges.
Someone's happy.
I mean, other than Pokemon Sword, the only thing I play on my Switch is the... Dude, yeah. And that, I completely forgot about that. Like, the library of NES/Super NES games that they have, their respective libraries, it's not even like that updated. I want to play Super Mario RPG so much. So much. And I miss Super Mario RPG so much. But why are they neglecting their libraries? It makes no sense to me. Like, why? It is so... Okay, here. Here's my contention. Here's my debilitation. Here's my deliberation against what I just stated. This is my counter argument to what I've just stated. What if there is some sort of licensing issue between Square Enix and Nintendo? Because previously it was Square Soft before they became Square Enix, in order to facilitate the collaboration between Nintendo and Squaresoft for the genesis of Super Mario RPG. Like, if there are licensing issues, okay, I get it, but still, that sucks. Squeenix is a well-known asshole about rights holding. Oh, man, that's rough. Because honestly, like when Ubisoft collaborated with Nintendo for the Genesis of Rabbids, Mario Rabbids, it felt like it felt like the spiritual successor of Super Mario RPG. Yeah, that's why no Geno in Smash. Oh, that's so sad. I guess everyone has their sort of like nuisances as who they are in terms of like rights holding, all that garbage. It's kind of sad. Gino got a me outfit. I heard about that. He's also a trophy, if I recall correctly. Not a trophy, but like a badge. I remember using him a lot in Ultimate. That ain't good enough? Facts. I want to beat the hell out of my face with Gino. Because honestly, he would basically just be a me gunner. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, it's been eons since I last touched Mario RPG. I missed that game so much. But my question also to myself is, realistically, am I really going to enjoy that game these days? Because my style of RPG gameplay is action RPG. I like the dynamic style of like moving around and being able to like facilitate adaptation to such a magnanimously quick degree, and if I fail it's because it's my fault, as opposed to like in JRPGs and tactile movements, or just strictly within the realm of like Super Mario RPG and their combat style of turn-based. Like for me, I don't like having to think about my moves like with such forethought, or facilitate my moves with such forethought where it's like I have to take a minute to think, then move, minute then think. I mean, arguably, I could just move and move and move and move, keep on toggling my moves and like speed run every battle, but that's like it's questionable. Mainly because I'm barred from Kirby thanks to the suck and cuck maneuver. Facts. Always gotta suck and cuck. Mario Bros. RPG kind of has some ARPG with some platforming time hit, but it's otherwise super slow. Plus the platforming elements have really gummy controls. Yeah. The last time I really enjoyed like a Mario RPG relative to like the formula as opposed to the title is is it on DS? They had like not twin brothers. They had Mario and Luigi. We were traveling through, like one of them was like traveling through time, but before that, it was like, it was like a green-faced jester of a character. He was an antagonist. And then after that, there were some other iterations that I enjoyed very much so, but inside story, I can't remember. But it was Mario and Luigi, like partners in time or something like that. But there was an original title before all of that started the genesis of the Mario and Luigi DS games, or like the I don't know if it's DS or Advance or SP. I can't remember. Like it's so long. I don't really touch Nintendo's handheld series, and like, if any games at all that I touch, it's just
Scanning
those.
bridges on weapons restrictions lifted.
Superstar Saga? Maybe it's Superstar Saga. That sounds very familiar. That might be it.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying pleasant journey. Clear. Weapons detected. Weapons. Relocked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Have a pleasant journey. Safe travels.
Am I an idiot? Yeah, it's the first DS one. Yeah. So I know I played the first title of that series, and I stopped until Partners in Time, give or take. Inside Bowser, I did not play, and I don't know why I didn't. Oh my god, it's so many titles added to the series. I stopped in Partners in Time.
Sam, my man. Good of you to drop in again. That's the picture of perfection right there. Doubt anyone but you could have pulled this off.
Let's see how much progress I make. Woohoo! I'm getting like 5-star? Oh, you tease! Oh no. Oh my god, this is bad. No. Okay, that's not too bad. Still though, I was so stupid. Why? I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Alright, well, we both got shit to do. You especially, am I right? Rock on, brother. Stay strong.
Good work. New order available.
Have a pleasant
Please
journey.
access delivery terminal for further information.
What?
Deploying autonomous
Anyway,
delivery bot.
what are you guys up to? How are your evenings going? For me, it is. So it's 1939, 7. So it's 7:40.
Safe travels.
Might as well take both. Alright. Not bad.
Order assigned. Keep on keeping on.
Orders. I'm going northeast to north. I have to go northeast. And I have to go east again. That's not bad. So I go 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. That is not bad. There is so much going on. I need to fix the map. I need to see if like I can turn off a lot of this garbage. I can't. It all looks like so much garbage. Did I even change anything? Alright, whatever. Just focus on getting to the next destination first.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Once I get to the what's it called? The first destination, I want to see if there's anything else to bring over to the northeast and the eastern outpost. We'll see. We will see. That is not. It's so difficult to remember all the paths in this like tenacious topography. Or tenacious terrain to be more precise. Because topography I'm more utilizing when I'm looking at the map, as opposed to looking at the terrain, because this is more terrain than topography. Okay. Yeah. There were a lot of things in this game that I sort of questioned on my first playthrough. This is back in 2019. There are certain things I questioned that I'm not going to say yet. yeah, when the time comes, I'll bring forth what my, I guess one can call them grievances. They're not really grievances, but it's more so, expectations on my end that I facilitated, only to be disappointed because I thought like there was much more to certain bits of lore, certain bits of story, as well as like I was starting to question certain aspects, like, oh, is there gonna be like a mutation, like evolution, and like certain this or that, and so like I think I was just expecting a little too much in terms of like what I had on mind, which is like not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal. This game is already like very beautiful in what it has to offer. I'll always come back to that, and it's not like, I probably am like fanboying about this game. I think I can admit that. What are you saying?
That's right. Just
What are you doing? Anyway, so I'm pretty sure I have nothing but like fanboyism going on for this game. Like I can still criticize the game. There's no doubt about that. But like there's just no way to like there's no way for me to ignore the elephant in the room by stating that like I love this game. But it's because of how much I love this game that like when it hits like its faults, then it hits a lot more hard. It hits a lot harder than it has to, because it's kind of just like, well, it wouldn't be as faulty or feel as faulty if I didn't love this game so much. So it's kind of like I have to take things with a grain of salt when like the aspects of faults lead to a very questionable amount of criticism that I will facilitate. And generally speaking, I'm a pretty critical person, because I like to grow and I like to understand like where my faults are, and like how could I learn, how can I do this, how can I do that to be a better person, right? But with this game, like one default, it's the same thing with Hades. Hades, like just from a pure aspect of gameplay, like all of its faults start to really come out at much higher heat, like 32 plus heat. Certain faults just come out, and it's just like, oh man, like why am I seeking this pain? Why am I seeking this suffering? Like I would still be able to enjoy this game as much as I could have before all this madness of seeking such an insane amount of difficulty. Just a lunatic's game.
All decontaminating suit.
Like
All clear.
Hades is so close to being like a 9.9 out of 10 for me, holistically speaking. But it's because of all the insane bullshit that comes out because of the deliberate difficulty adjustment. Like stuff like that just sucks. And stuff like
Back, are you? Delivery's in damn fine shape.
oh wow, nice.
Good work.
Perfect. Okay. So,
Order assigned.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Begin the scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, oh wait, I should not be doing this. So, when it comes down to the I'm actually glad Mills swung by earlier and I talked about my issue with like the desync and like the sync issue of like the hardware, potentially the hardware, potentially the software, potentially all this nonsense. Like it dials in for me that I really do need to keep on like stockpiling my list of like investments in the future, knowing that like I will be upgrading all in one swift motion, because that's how I work. I don't like getting item by item by item by item by item by item by item, because for me that doesn't feel good. I like being able to like just do a massive upheaval of like my setup and like change everything all at once, and then adapt to the new setting, the very new setting right then and there going forward. That's how I operate. That's what I like doing. You want that Christmas morning flood of goodies? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like for me, it's more like the idea that, don't get me wrong, I think the method of doing slow but sure improvements works really well. I think it's important, right? I think that is like probably the normal thing to do. That's probably the normal thing to do, right? And, how do I say this? Like one installation after another, slowly but surely, painting the bigger picture of like the new scenery. But for me, how I operate on everything, I want this is with anything, right? Like, this was my training prior, actually. I trained, like, for full body training. Like, in the past 12 to 13 weeks, my metabolic spike, my BMR, got facilitated so heavily. And I went from hypo to hypermetabolism. I had to train from 5 times a week down to 1 time a week. The 1 time a week was for like 2-3 weeks, and I was like, dude, my body hurts. Like, all I'm doing is, outside of obligations and working, is resting, recovering, and feeding. It didn't make any sense. Like, why would I do all that? It's not efficient, because it's efficient in the sense of training once a week, but it sucked. Like, why am I? And it got to the point where, like, I was training once every 1.5 weeks. Efficient, yeah, and I kept losing weight and recovering and experiencing recomposition. Great, but like, it was pain. It was nothing but pain. I was like, that is not the pain that I want. Like, I decided to stop weight training, instead doing calisthenics, and I'm still, my metabolic activity is disgusting. Like, I have to eat like 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, literally a day, not even weekly average, a day, to maintain and uphold and control my weight loss rate. Otherwise, I would literally just look like stick and bones. That all happened in 8 weeks. And now I'm in my 13th week of training again. In my opinion, it's kind of like a band-aid if your system's so far behind. Yeah, that's true. Like, I had a 2011 PC I kept running with band-aiding and like whatever RAM, graphics card I could get, but yeah, exactly. So like, I think you can understand my perspective when I really just want to make sure that all in one swift movement, I upgrade everything, so I don't have to worry about like anything degenerating because of this or that, because of like systematic components just holding this or that back in terms of like the full benefit of a certain upgrade, if that makes sense.
Yo, what? You what?
Okay, so he's knocked out. Yep. That's how I got my new PC I just dealt with running on a 2004 laptop I held together with duct tape and black magic till I had the money for everything and went all in. Yeah. So my question is, Grade. My question is to you, then, is this. Do you find yourself having a better experience with the PC being stationed in one place as opposed to like the experience of having a laptop and that mobile utility? Because for me, that's what I'm struggling with right now. Do I really want to settle in for a PC build, or do I want to have the mobility of a laptop knowing that I can carry my stream setup anywhere, if that makes sense? Like, obviously building a PC and like having that power is like the best thing to do for streaming and whatever else that I may be seeking.
Beginning scan. Scanning
But I also
bridges
want like a
ID.
mobile setup.
Verifying ID.
I like the mobility.
Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Mobility usually doesn't have the power of a desktop unless they spend a ton of money. Even then, I'm not 100% sold considering some of my friends' gaming laptops and their issues. I like having laptops backup and for writing, but the desktop for streaming and actual gaming. Okay, yeah. I think either way, it looks like I do have to really deliberate against myself with my desire for mobility. Mobility, I could probably just look into another device for like writing, work, stuff like that. And like the PC can facilitate certain aspects such as like streaming, potentially content creation, entertainment purposes. I think that is the move then. It's sad because I really do like mobility. Like I currently have like my iOS device here. Like it's a 2015 iMac. I don't like the stationary basis, but I do understand that like no matter what, building a PC, like a desktop is going to be way more powerful compared to like a laptop. Ugh.
Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here. You always take such good care of our cargo.
Not bad. Yikes.
All right then. Thanks for...
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
I don't know what's going on with that. I have to figure it out. Did I not go to its... Oh my god, did I not go somewhere that, like, I'm supposed to go to?
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
This place has a lot of, like, orders. Man. Okay. Alright, let me save. I'm not gonna be able to test this out, but 1, 2, 3, 4, just to see like what's happening. Just for data purposes. So, I gotta get going after eat dinner. I have training to do tonight, and I won't be back until earliest tomorrow evening, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. That will be the earliest I'll be coming back, and I don't know what game I'll be playing. It's either Hades, Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Mix, Critical Mode, or Death Stranding. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow night. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Grade. Thank you, Mills. And Decisive, if you're still here, thank you. But yeah, I'm out. Have a good night. Have a lovely night, and enjoy. I'll talk to you guys in the server. See ya.